Pause up, everyone. Welcome to Meowy Hour. I'm your host, Arden Moore. As you know, this show is brought to you by the Cat Fancier Association, and our sponsor is me, Arden Moore, A Four-Legged Life. How pathetic can we get? I'm just kidding. But this is a special show to celebrate cats, to celebrate the remarkable humans that are upping the lives of cats. And as you may have heard from last week, this is our farewell show, but no tears. Why? We were only supposed to be on a year during the first year of COVID, when all of us were stuck at home or, in a beautiful resort area like Guatemala, if your name is Dana Humphrey. But we made it, we did it for 2 years. And now people are traveling and all that. So we want you to know most of the shows are on YouTube, so you can watch them. It's better than Netflix. Seriously. I cannot and could not do this show without my co-pilot, and that is Kathy Black, an all-breed CFA judge, and her doggy designee, Destiny. And for many times on the show, we also had another co-pilot right here, Teresa Keiger, also all-breed CFA judge and editor of Cat Talk. And by the way, the one who has beautifully, creatively done all the graphics of my kitty cocktails that I've been creating. I concocted over 100 kitty cocktails. This show has run every Wednesday night. So what do we do to celebrate? Well, we bring a good gang here, people that you know and love and appreciate for all that they're doing for cats. So strap yourself in, because we got a fun hour. And at the very end, we're going to do a kitty cocktail. And you might even meet my wife finally to prove that she does exist.
And we have people wondering what they're going to do on Wednesdays now, and they can always just watch a past episode on YouTube.
Yeah, go on YouTube. Yeah. And she's supposed to be bringing whipped cream for pet safety cat Casey and Rusty the performer.
Okay,
so
fun.
It may end in mayhem. But the first thing I want to do is properly introduce our special guest. In addition to Kathy and Teresa, let's give pause and applause to Pam Johnson-Bennett. She is like a pioneer in cat behavior, a best-selling author and willing person to come as one of our guests on our celebration farewell. Please, thank you for coming, Pam Johnson-Bennett.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And the fact that I've been on before and still wanted to come back says a lot about you.
And next up, in no order, please, we have Dusty Rainbolt. I got to tell you, she can do fiction. She can do nonfiction. She has saved the lives of many, many cats. She's worked with shelters and rescue groups, and she is into a Hawaiian themed outfit now. And she is one of my friends that welcomed me when I moved to deep in the heart of Texas. So Dusty, thank you for coming.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it for the world. It's, anytime we get to celebrate cats, and especially with such esteemed colleagues, I'm just honored to be with all of you.
Okay. And Teresa, I know I introduced you, but you also are one of our guests. So everybody, she's a talented graphic artist and editor of an award-winning magazine, Cat Talk. I mean, she's done a lot for the CFA. I've seen her in action at a cat show. I want to come back as a Maine Coon and win a blue ribbon from you, Teresa.
Okay, you're on. No, the Maine Coons have little tiny voices.
Yeah, they trill. Maine Coons trill. Yeah.
And years ago, there was this bright young gal in San Diego, and I was just starting my career. And she goes, I'll be your business manager. And I'm like, oh, okay. And together we fumbled, we stumbled, and we survived, and we thrived. And she is now known nationally, internationally as the Pet Lady, a good friend of mine and friend to all sentient beings, Dana Humphrey.
Thank you, Arden. And Chance wants to say hi too.
Hi, Chance. Hi, Chance. And then we also have a cool gal that I don't know how she squeezes everything in a day. She's one of those, I think you would be the Wizard of Oz for cats. She helps out, is it I'm going to say it wrong, the American
Animal Humane Society.
The American Animal Humane Society that's in Minnesota. I wear a t-shirt every night that has the rescue. I have to get a new one because I've been wearing it out too much. She represents a lot of big clients like Sterling Trapking Davis. She writes for Catster magazine. She does a lot of good things. And of course, she is the head of Whisker Media, Mary Tan. Hi, Mary.
Hi, how are you, Arden? I work actually with Dana.
Oh, cool. Yeah, and Dana, you're with Whitegate PR. And I'm going to mess all this up. And Pam has written the Bible books on cats. Cat versus cat. What's another big one you want to name, Pam?
Think Like a Cat is the one most people know.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. And Dusty, you scare me with ghost cats, but my favorite is the one where you delved into pee.
Yes, that's right behind me. Cat Scene Investigator, Solve Your Cat's Litter Box Mystery. And it's all about how to track down the reason why your cat's peeing outside the box. And the reasons are legion. It's you have to think like a detective.
Yeah. And so I'm just telling you guys, we have some fun we're gonna share. But first, we want to give away who won last week's trivia question. And the question was, let me see if I have it here in my notes. All right, cats have 32 muscles in each ear. And they're able to rotate them 180 degrees. That's pretty cool. But how many muscles does an adult cat have total? I'm going to ask you guys, or you might know the answers, but we gave you the choice: 317, 417, 517, or 617. Just with my group here. Who wants to take a stab at it? Come on, Teresa.
Okay, how much muscle does a cat have? It probably depends on how much you can afford.
Yeah, how many muscles do they have? Yeah.
No, I'm talking about muscles.
Gotcha. Anybody want to try it? Any of our viewers? Come on.
I know the answer, so I'm not going to answer.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Rusty, the performer's here. Fresh from the press. What is it? Rusty says 517.
Wow.
So
I made the comment last week that cats have 3 muscles. Like we have one big muscle in our thigh. Cats have 3 muscles there. We have a couple muscles in our calves.
I got a lot of muscle.
They have twice as many as we do. So the cats have like 3 times the muscles that we do. That's why they're able to jump so high and be so flexible.
And that's why they look 3 times better than we look. Yeah. Bathing suits and shorts.
So what I did was I am sending off an autographed copy of my book, Fit Cat, which is tips and tricks to give your pet a longer, healthier, happier life. And my newest book, A Kid's Guide to Cats. So, and awesome, I mailed a media mail yesterday, which means there's, a covered wagon taking its time coming your way. So who are the winners?
The winners were Becky Ward and Carrie Jeffords. So congratulations to Becky Ward and Carrie Jeffords. And that's our last prize, everybody. So congratulations.
Yeah. Oprah never came through, guys. Oprah never came through.
Congratulations. Hey, a lot of prizes in 2 years. So
while I have him here, he has basically grown up on Meowy Hour. Back a month before COVID hit in 2020, I was at a conference in Virginia called the Academy, Julie Gross, shout out. And I was there with Casey, pet safety cat Casey, and he was a 7-month-old kitten, part of Samantha Martin's and the amazing Acrocats. And she cornered me and said, "You need to adopt him." I'm like, "What?" And she said, "I have too many ginger boys in the act. They're going to think I'm prejudiced." Because you're smart. And with the help of one of our guests right here, the godmother of Rusty, Dusty, was also there speaking. and she helped me get a plane ticket. So he rode under the seat with her, and Casey flew under the seat with me. And thank you for being his godmother. But his birthday just happened Saturday. Can you wish him a happy birthday? I'm 3. Anybody?
Happy birthday.
Come here, Rusty. I got something for you.
Oh, that's a
little
nice
foodie.
angle.
Yeah, he's like,
Happy birthday, Rusty.
he goes, thank you. He goes, look, here goes my circus performing all the way up. Oh, come on. Come on.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, he's still an ADHD little kid.
Yeah, he is. And so I have to hide whipped cream and everything because they go bananas. So you go over here and let your big brother, and they have their rivalry and everything. But Casey's like, this is my, what is this called? A desktopper, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So
I've
thank you.
got mine right here.
Oh, you did. I try to squeeze in one and I can't. It doesn't. So we've done a lot in 2 years. And maybe Teresa, you can give us a little backstory, because Desiree Bobby is the director of marketing, and Arlene Tartaglia, I'm going to
Tartaglia.
Thank you. That's why I do radio shows. She's the executive director of the Cat Fancier Association. Do you know, can you share with some of our folks how this started?
Yeah, we were looking, in addition to the big COVID shutdown, we weren't having cat shows either, which meant that CFA had no public outreach, because really that's a large part of what cat shows do. So we were trying to come up with some way to reach out to the public and still engage them and tell them about our breeds. And we started talking about it. And I think you and Desiree and I started talking. We thought, well, we can do something with cats, and maybe with kitty cocktails, and we just, while we got the funky retro 50s vibe theme.
Yeah.
And you just have done a great job of bringing in all these wonderful guests over the last couple of years. It's been a great ride.
I think so too. And then I got to team up with Kathy Black, and everybody humbly, she and I are neighbors because I'm in Dallas and she's in southern Oklahoma. And we got to be friends. We got to meet at a cat show. They're already doing their thing. And I love everything you've taught me about the different breeds. But I just want to tell you, Kathy, it's been an honor to have you as my co-pilot.
Well, I got brought in kind of after 3 or 4 months of the program. And it's amazing looking back through the old programs, how the program evolved and how much it changed. And I've just been so impressed with all the different people that you know. And,
well, I go to, I look at bathroom walls and I get great names. Who needs the internet? Classic example.
The CFA breeders and the people that show at our shows are just mostly focused on their breeds. And there's a whole nother side of the cat world that is the authors and the rescues and the kitten coalition and the veterinarians and the psychics and the yoga. We just have all these people out there that are doing things to benefit felines also. And I think that this program did such a beautiful job building the bridges between the two worlds, because the two worlds were not interacting. And that's what I'm most proud of, is how this program has done that. A lot of bridge building. Yeah.
That's the Libra in me. But I have had a good ride. But I want to first show a slide that Kathy created. Humbly, we didn't have a lot of sponsors, but who cares? Everything we gave was priceless. But I do want to do a quick salute. So can you show that first slide?
Yeah, sure, you bet. So we started off with the Zymox brand.
Yep.
And I tell you what, I love their conditioner. I need to order some more. I'm out of it.
Oh, Pet Brands is a great company. I actually do a blog for them, and they sponsor my podcast. So I really like. They've been around a long time. Veterinary approved products.
And then we moved into the Meowy Hour.
Yeah.
We had their treats it was on and off several times.
Yes, thank you, Geraldine Chada.
In addition And then we had the Doc and Phoebe, toys that benefit our cats, work their brains a little bit. And
We want to do a shout out to Dr. Liz Bale. Yeah, Bales, yes.
And then we met the people that make the supplements, the Spry, Smile, Sleek, and Flow, and they were a sponsor for many months.
Yeah, we
giving
really
away
appreciate
their
that.
4-pack of samples. And that lady's in Colorado. What's her name?
That's
I'm
in
gonna-
Clover.
Yes, go ahead, say it again. Say it again.
The company is in Clover.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's run by a biochemist, so they know their stuff. And finally, we also had, go ahead, Kathy, you're doing good.
Then we had the kitty raid and the doggy raid and the yummy raid. And those are very beneficial to keep our animals hydrated. So we had them as a sponsor. And we had
And
some.
hang on a second,
Yeah.
because I know Dana knows this answer. What's the name of the company? T-O-N?
Oh, Tonicity.
Yeah. I'm teeing you up, Dana, I'm teeing you up. But we have a 17-year-old cat, Mikey, where we give a little bit of kitty raid in his food to help him hydrate. It has pre and probiotics, and it's a really good yum thing. I actually tried it. It's pretty good.
And these are just a sampling of, we had artists' books, we had other authors give away their books, we had free sessions with a psychic. We had all kinds of different prizes, but these were the most long-running ones that we had during the show.
All right. And the other thing is, because we were going on a theme now, I really tried hard to get a variety of special guests. And all of you that are here, please know, even though I'm a goofball, I really do want you to feel that you have always been welcomed as a guest on Meowy Hour. And Kathy, this is just some of the veterinarians that we were able to land as guests, right?
Yes, just a small sampling of the veterinarians that we had.
So I'm going to ask our esteemed guest one at a time, pick out somebody that you can identify. I'm going to start with Teresa. Name one, quick.
Oh, Rachel Geller.
All right.
Doctor.
Amazing behaviorist. Okay. Pam Johnson-Bennett. Can you name somebody in that photo?
Oh, Marty Becker.
Yeah. America's veterinarian. Okay. We got Dusty Rainbolt. Who do you name?
Oh dear. Oh, I need my other glasses. Well, of course, Marty. He's a member of Cat Riders.
Yeah.
And Dr. Her name escapes me on the left side.
Elizabeth Colleran.
Yes, thank you.
All right. She's the
Dr.
past
Colleran.
president of the American Association of Feline Practitioners. Thank the mouse that that veterinary group is named catvets.com, because I can't spell that all out. All right, Mary, who do you see in there?
I see Liz Bales.
Yes, the
Yes.
creator of Doc and Phoebe, right? So we've had
And
veterinarians.
Rachel Geller. That has
Yeah,
the
we have
same
Rachel
name.
Geller. We had Liz Lippman. She is amazing house call vet. She actually has a comedy show with her boyfriend. Some of these are not veterinarians, just want to let you know. We had who's the gentleman on the right that was singing from New York City?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know that one,
Drawing a
Dana?
blank.
Anyway, he actually played guitar. We have Dr. Jean Huff, Hofve. She's a renowned holistic veterinarian. We have my pal, Dr. Gary Weitzman. He is the head of the San Diego Humane Society. I think we had Joe Bardis. There's a lot of them, but it was kind of fun to have veterinarians. You all that have been on the show, what do you think about landing a veterinarian? I'm going to ask Mary, because you know how hard it is to get people on.
Yeah, I was like super impressed. I think it was really amazing that Dr. Marty Becker was on. Like, he is in demand. And Arden, you just pull out all the stops and the charm. You got him.
We
Well,
had
I
Marty
also
like
used-
3 times, maybe 4 times.
Dusty Rainbolt is here, and she was our very first guest, right, Dusty?
That's right.
You did not know what to expect.
But it was fabulous, and it's still
Yeah, Dr.
fabulous.
Jean Huff.
How many people can do that for 2 whole years? It's amazing.
Well, I guilted Marty by making him come back on my birthday, which was on a Wednesday. So he did come back October 6th. So that was guilt. I used that. somebody was going to say something. Who was talking?
Oh, I spy Dr. Arnold Plotnick,
Oh, yeah.
Manhattan cat specialist, and I also spy Rebecca Rose from In Clover.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at you. I spy, I spy. Okay, the next slide up is just sort of giving you a flavor for the variety of topics and people that we got on our show. Dusty, we got you with Ghost Cats, and tell everybody you've got a sequel coming out, right?
I do. I have Ghost Cats, Human Encounters with Feline Spirits has a new volume coming out in August, right in time for Halloween. And it's more encounters. So, but it's really cool because it's people who have experienced this. And I find it really comforting that there's this element, and that, I mean, I've even had a single experience. So that's why I wrote it.
And she does her research. We had authors. We had Kim Freeman. You all know her, the cat detective.
Mm-hmm.
And then we actually had some people doing yoga poses with cats. I'm not very flexible, but I really try. We had
all kinds of therapists, psychics, people who wrote books, you know, the cats for not dummies, you know, and artists, a lot of different artists that are doing things.
And we had Pam Johnson-Bennett. Pam, come on, tell us, what would you say is your favorite book that you've written? And I bet it was the pinnacle to be on Meowy Hour, right?
Yes, thank goodness I was accepted to be a guest on here. But I did want to say that your talent, aside from all the knowledge you have and all the education that you provide, is, it was talked about how you bridge, the CFA in that world with rescue and everything else, but you also make learning fun. And that was, I think, a shining star about this and everything that you do, because you make it fun, because it's not always about, okay, this is how you can do it better for your cats. This is what you need to do. This is what you're doing wrong. It's also, let's just celebrate cats and life with them. And you did that, and you did it beautifully, and you continue to do it.
Very well said, Pam.
Gosh, you're making me blush, but I got to return the favor. I have learned a lot about cat behavior from Pam, who is only 30 years old, but considered a pioneer in cat behavior research. And her books are they are the books to go to. Is it catbehaviораssociates.com? I put all your links up, guys, by the way. So I want to make sure people know to check you out, Pam. And you're very classy, and you put up with me, but you figured me out. Yep, I want to have a little fun, but everything I'm telling has been vetted out.
And that's the best way to learn, because, people get tired of just being lectured, and cats are to be celebrated and loved in all aspects. They're funny, they're brilliant, they're graceful, they're mysterious. There are so many aspects about cats, and you bring that out in such a joyful and celebratory way.
Well, thank you. And two of the people that I purposely invited to the show do a lot of things behind the scenes, or they work in front of the camera for different groups. That's why I wanted Mary Tan of Whisker Media, and also Dana Humphrey, the pet lady of Whitegate PR. And you guys have been quietly raising the bar on the caliber of knowledge for cats. And I want to know, we had Marianne not too long ago. She went to friggin' Greece with Sterling Trapking to help the group with Julie Kelly, the Let's Be Smart. You want to give a talk about that? Because did you ever in your wildest dream of Whisker Media think you were going to say, Opa, more gyros? And it's not gyro, everybody. It's gyros.
Yes, yes. Yes, everybody. That means hello in Greece. Greece was an incredibly educational, yet it was a really, really difficult trip, because there are cats everywhere. You go to the restaurants, you go anywhere, and there's cats begging for food. And not only cats, there's like golden retrievers, beautiful dogs sitting in the middle of the street.
Really?
Super sweet. we went, our mission there was to spread advocacy for spay neuter laws, and we met with Greek government officials, and there were some cultural issues. Like what we heard was that the Greek culture feels that spaying and neutering animals is just unnatural.
Ooh.
Yet,
Yeah.
at the end of tourist season, they poison cats.
Oh.
And there's always, a new set of cats coming. And then on the other hand, you go into all of the touristy areas and all the gift shops, and there's tons of, Greek cat tchotchke everywhere, and so like, it's really hard to handle. And so
but you're also being there, and maybe they're starting to see a little bit more about trap, neuter, release, and vaccinate and things. I'm hoping, because they're one of the oldest civilizations on the planet. They need to be brought up to speed.
Yeah.
I can say a little bit to that, just because we do have CFA clubs in Kuwait, and Mary, you're right, that is kind of the trend, but it's neutering and spaying animals is slowly, through the work of people like yourself, becoming more and more acceptable in the Middle East. So
that's very good. And Dana, I mean, you were in Guatemala when COVID broke out. Did you just have a fortune teller's skill set that says, I think I'll leave New York City and be stuck in paradise? I called her, everybody was SIP, stay in place. I called her stranded in paradise. So how did that time, how long were you there? I know you were there for a retreat of some type. How long were you there, and how did that play into how you are as Whitegate PR head and the pet lady? How would that shape your thoughts?
I mean, honestly, I think I was a dog person until I went to Guatemala.
Wow, okay.
And I became a cat person.
Me gusta la gatos. How's that? Did I do it right?
I flew to Guatemala on March 14th for a retreat, like Arden said, and it was supposed to be a week-long retreat, and instead I ended up living in Guatemala on Lake Atitlan for about 3 months. And while I was there, our very first day, we had this very rambunctious dog jump into our lawn. I was living with 11 other people.
That she didn't know, but now does.
Yeah, at the beginning, yeah. And this dog was very smelly, but we really liked him, and we named him Pescado because he smelled like
Fish.
And then slowly over time, like, he smelled better. He was neutered while we were there. I
heard he was going to ask you out, so I'm glad that happened.
He showed up with a collar one day, and we were like, Pescado, like, do you have a family? Like, so he would just visit us and then go back to wherever he came from, and he was, happy and well cared for. And that was just kind of the culture there. The animals have a home, but they're free. And so that was very interesting to kind of be part of the community with the animals there. And so there was a black and white cat that lived next to us, and we didn't know what her name was, so we named her Regina. And
that would have been my first pick, right, everybody? Regina from Guatemala.
she was a queen.
Yeah. And over time, we would put out cans of tuna for her, and we would slowly kind of got her to come into the house. And basically Regina would visit us every single day, and she would come in the house. She did not like it as much when Pescado came, but and by the time I came home to New York, within 2 weeks of being home, I adopted Sassy and Chance.
Can you show one of them? Are any of them near you?
Chance is behind me.
Okay, Chance is the more social camera hound.
Yeah.
Aww.
So tell us about Chance.
Here's my buddy Chance. He's like my little shadow. He's always wants to, he likes to play computer, and he likes to play phone and reading. He likes to get into whatever I'm doing. And his sister Sassy is the complete opposite. She's more of a run and hide, and he's more of a let's see what's going on.
All right. So we got another slide. Thank you, Dana.
Yeah, thank you.
We wanted to do that. Some of our guests actually do some amazing things with their cats. All right, I'm going to put Mary Tan to the test. The first photo on the left, who is that? What is that group?
Amazing acrobat.
And who is the trainer?
Samantha Martin.
Okay, see, I didn't give you the top one. Okay, let's see. Dusty, do you know who that gentleman is in the top?
Is that Sterling?
Yep. Sterling Trapking Davis, who's a
Yep.
rapper turned trapper.
And
This
that's
is
a baby Demita Joe, his little kitty that's now an adult.
oh, really?
Aw,
See her,
what a
her name
cutie.
again, Mary?
Demita Joe.
All
She's
right.
named after Janet Jackson.
Of course, because
And then-
Regina was already taken.
Yeah, and then his other kitty is Alanis Musette.
Lannis Musette. Now, can anybody guess the other group? They were on America's Got Talent. Anybody want to guess? Go ahead, Teresa.
That is the Sabitsky cats.
Yeah. And what kind of cats are they right there? Come on.
It's no breed whatsoever.
Okay, so that one looks like a Siamese met a Himalayan.
Just random bred cat. They are, I think, originally from Russia.
Oh yeah,
And
and
they just adopt cats and find out what their special tricks are, what they like to do, and incorporate them into their act. They're really amazing.
and we were laughing because Kathy, we never had high tech. We could had trouble getting YouTube videos. They didn't like us, so she was trying to do a live act, and she just moved somewhere across country, and she was on our show. And I bless her heart, she got cats doing stuff in a makeshift room, right?
Yeah, they just cleared out a living room and hung a curtain,
Yeah.
and the cats were rolling barrels and jumping in and out of stuff just like they've been trained. And
Hey,
they had just
guys.
moved to California from like New York. So
Go ahead,
yeah,
Mary.
it was amazing.
Sterling is actually trying to join the meeting.
Oh,
Yay!
go ahead, Kathy.
Woo!
Come on, Stuart, lead us. Let's go back to all the screen of everybody.
It's,
Thanks, Mary.
it says it keeps telling him to leave some meeting and join a new one, but he's not in any other meeting.
Oh, does he have the right link?
I think so.
It doesn't show
Maybe
he's
he's-
in the waiting room, so I don't know what he's doing.
So let me, do you have that
Maybe-
original, do you guys have that? Can somebody send the link to Sterling real quick?
I'll do it.
Okay, thank you, because we want him in. So as we're waiting for that, let's go to the slide about some fun things that happened with Brian Pearson. Kathy? Thanks for speaking up, Mary. Look at that cat face, come on.
Well, we've had a lot of fun. So we talked about funny face cats. So we found some strange cat pictures. And sorry, my air conditioner is running, so it might be kind of noisy
No, it's
in
okay.
my background. And then we interviewed Brian Pearson because he was just talking about the costume contest that we have at a lot of our CFA shows. And this cat is named Bean, the Bean. She calls him the Bean.
The Bean.
And she loves to make a different costume for every contest. This happened to be around Halloween, I think. But he's got booties on that have pumpkins on his little booties. He's got his skirt on. He's got his little mouse with him. Just quite a costume. So this was just kind of talking about some of the fun.
Okay,
we had.
and who's trying to get Sterling on? Any success?
I'm trying to find his email, to be perfectly honest. I
um,
thought I had it.
La, 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 la.
Maybe Mary can share with
Mary,
him.
can you share to Kathy the link or the thing, because she'll send the link. While we're waiting for him, because this show's going to be over before you know it. Let's go with the other slide. Look at all the breeds that Kathy and Teresa have gone through. Big, little. I know one of the smallest, Singapore. Did I do it right?
I didn't
Yes, you
even
did.
I don't even have up here the one that Teresa did. Teresa did a really interesting study on the genetics that causes color and how those melanocytes
Oh, I
get into
remember
the
that.
ears and the eyes and all that. I don't even have that one listed. But we did a comparison for the largest breeds of cats, the smallest breeds of cats, all the tabby patterns, the talking about the van pattern, agouti versus non-agouti. We had travel tips for your cats. We compared the Maine Coon with the Norwegian, the American Shorthair with the British Shorthair. We talked about the amber gene in the Norwegian forest cats. We talked about the cats that only come in blue or gray, and we went through every recognized cat breed. So any of you that are following us, you can search for these on the YouTube channel for CFA, and you can do a refresher course if you're interested in doing that. So if you missed that episode, because it's in the description.
And then let's go to the other slide, because we did have some special guests from Cat Fancier Association, from the president and the executive director to the director of marketing to the key people here that are all listed. I love the time that we went and had Karen Lawrence be at the CFA museum. That's in Ohio, and she had a hard time getting there during COVID, and because she lives in Canada.
Right.
So any of you guys remember that episode with the cat museum?
Oh yes, I do. And
anybody? I thought I want to go there when I go to Ohio. All cats, come here, Casey. Come here, Casey. Casey will show you. Come here, Casey. Casey, this is embarrassing. All cats are from Ohio. They have a circle O. Sorry. Casey goes, really? You're gonna save that for the last show on Meowy Hour and hurt my dignity? I'm out. All right. So we also, how are we doing with Sterling?
I don't see him in the waiting room yet. So
did you, Teresa, were you able to send him that specific?
I'm sending it right now.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so hopefully he'll come in soon.
The next thing we did was my superpower is that I'm a licensed bartender. I actually went to a bartending school in Texas. Yes. And
of course,
it was 80 hours. I'm not kidding. It was more than 80 hours. It was 2 weeks. And I had to do 100 cocktails and know down to what glass you should have to do that. So instead of doing that, with the help of Teresa Keiger, we came up with a little tweaks on some types of cocktails. Everywhere I went, ladies, and I saw a cool cocktail, I would do a Ardenize of it. And so we've got the Meowy mulled wine there and some other ones, the Siamese, a blue-eyed blueberry sidecar. I'm not trying to get people to be drunk. I did respect the wishes of some of our audience members. And we then started the first month, a Wednesday of every month, we would do a mocktail. It was a non-alcoholic drink. And I had just as much fun creating those. Anybody have any favorite kitty cocktail stories from Meowy Hour? Come on. Come on, you heavy drinkers.
Well, I liked it when you had whipped cream because the cats always got involved. And so I grabbed some screenshots of the cats interacting with you with either ice cream or whipped cream.
Look at them, they're flying at me.
So the fire ones were always exciting, but it was hard to see the fire on the Zoom meeting. But,
the flaming Dr. Pepper is one of my favorite.
But anytime you had whipped cream or ice cream, the cats knew it, and it was always hilarious.
And I'll just say that it was always a challenge when I'd go through the recipes, and because I'd always look it up. I'm like, okay, what's it supposed to look like? What are the colors supposed to be? So I'm on, if anyone looks at my browsing history, it looks like she's looking at cocktails again.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take the slide off so we can get back to everybody.
Hey, Arden, can I ask a question? Is there any way, like, there's like a little recipe book, like you could put this together? And
well, paws crossed, and I need all good energy. I have finished another book that's called the Cat Behavior Answer Book, and the Dog Behavior Answer Book is coming out this fall from Story and Workman. They are in love with these books, the cat and dog books. So I am plotting to try to convince them to let us do a gift book set. One would be doggy cocktails, and I want Larry Kay, who's this renowned dog trick trainer, who's also works with Workman, so built in. And for the cat one, I want Teresa Keiger. And we want to do a set of cocktail books that have the beautiful graphics with the recipe, of course, but then some kind of thing about on each page about cats and dogs. So I could use all of your kitty karma to make this happen. And it's something I'm going to be knocking on the door of my publisher in the fall. Anybody want to add? Anybody got good tips on how I can get that done? I've got the recipes. I just got to get, I need to work with a publisher. I'm not really well equipped in self-publishing. And so all of my books have been with different publishers. So I think we can make it happen. Don't you think, guys?
Oh yeah, I'll buy it.
Okay.
I'll buy gifts for everybody.
It's unique. So there it is right there. You know, you'll be the first one.
So what's happening with Sterling?
Mocktails for your dogs? Do you have
Yes.
mocktails?
Oh, heck yes. Yes, of course.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Just told him to log out of Zoom and shut down and restart your computer. He says, every time I click leave and join, it comes up again. So I told him to start over again. And
Yeah, I did too.
Okay, we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Well, the other thing is, the other day, we had a birthday celebration of my brother-in-law, Jim Newton, and we made the PBJ shooter. Have you ever had that?
No.
Yes, I have.
You take a shooter glass and chilled in your freezer peanut butter whiskey. Yes, it's a trend. And then you, depending on your sandwich preference on peanut butter and jelly, you put an equal amount of cranberry juice or a little bit more, and you drink it, and it tastes like an adult peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
It's fabulous. I got one the other day from her. Awesome.
I like mixology. It's kind of fun. I don't really drink to drink. I mean, I love more making the cocktails, which may sound pathetic, but I have more fun making than you can ask Julie. She doesn't know the last time I've ever been drunk. I don't want to get drunk. So that's my thing. All right. We've got, I'm going to go off screen to get ready to make the cocktail. Do you guys want to have Kathy lead the talk a little bit? Kathy, do you want to take over while I get things ready?
Sure. I have a couple more slides.
Well, can you tell a little bit about Destiny? Because we got to give it up. We've had a dog on Cat Fancy Association's Meowy Hour since Kathy's been on board. So I'm going to go off while you tell a little bit about Miss Destiny.
Well, sure. So we started this program during COVID, and I usually travel quite a bit. And when COVID happened, the travel stopped. So I thought, if I'm going to put a dog in the house, being stuck home during COVID, now would be a good time to do it. So she was my COVID acquisition. And I happen to know some cat breeders and some dog breeders up in New Jersey, Gary and Omar, and they breed toy poodles. And so I started talking to Omar and just asked, you know, do you have any puppies available? I heard that you have nice dogs. And he said, yeah, I've got this little Cafe Olay female. And I said, I want a small dog. He said, she's going to be small. She weighs 6 pounds. So he actually brought her to me. I got her, it's going to be 2 years next week since I've had her. She was born in the end of March. And so she's finally, the cats and her have learned to coexist. It took some doing. Yay, Sterling's here. So anyway, so Destiny was my COVID acquisition, and I leave her home alone when I'm gone over the weekend. She uses her fiddle pads. She and the cats get along just fine. And now I can't imagine life without her.
All right. Thank you. And Destiny is amazing. Come on, give it up for Trap King, Sterling Davis. He's getting in.
He's here, finally.
You just got in time when I was making a cocktail, so I know it's timing.
Oh yeah, that's kind of my time. So,
Sterling, we also appreciate you've been a guest on Meowy Hour. We're celebrating its finale today, and we've got, I think you know most everybody. Do you know Dana Humphrey, the pet lady?
I think I know everybody in here actually.
And Pam Johnson-Bennett, and Dusty Rainbolt, and Teresa Keiger, and somebody named Mary Tan. And
I don't know Mary. I don't know who that Mary lady is.
And so how are you doing and what's up with you? What do you want to share with our global Meowy Hour audience? Boy, I said that well.
I am good. I just been working, going. I almost trapped a skunk the other night. So
Thought it was a tuxedo.
oh, and I love my new hat. Check this hat out. Isn't that cool?
Rescue Dad.
Oh,
Oh.
love it. Love it. You know, Cat Daddy is so 2019.
Right. Yeah,
Well, so
I
what
just
have you
been
been up to?
busy
Yeah.
rescuing. You know, me and Mary, we just got back from Greece on a crazy rescue mission. I have never seen that many cats in my life. Like, we have it tough out here, but it is wow. They walking up to you while you eat. They're just walking up to you like, hey, what's up? Give me some pets, give me some food. Like, so Greece was amazing. I'm headed to my next event. I'm actually headed to Texas to do an event with Kitten Lady for Shadow Cats.
Oh,
Are you
cool.
going to be anywhere near Dallas?
I think this is near Austin.
Oh, okay. I would love to be able to see you. Hey, can I interrupt the station to prove that it does exist? Everybody,
Don't call her
say
it.
hi to my
Hi, Julie.
wife, Julie.
I told you she was real.
Are y'all matching? Was that purposely done? What's up with
I don't
that?
know. And oh yeah, I don't know. But I want you. Whoop, we're getting a little. Her cat connection. Hang on, we got some Wi-Fi stuff. Hang on. Come on, Wi-Fi.
We can still hear you.
Do we all look
Okay,
like robots?
her cat connection, everyone, is for over 20 years. She helped a gentleman named Mr. Jones, well, back 20 years ago, who didn't know that cats should be spayed and neutered. And Mr. Trapking, Trap Davis, meet one of the original community cat trap rescuers in the Little Forest Hill in Dallas. So tell her, how many cats did you?
Well, I never got a final count, but the initial count when I first started trying to trap them and everything was 17 he had down at his house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Trap Queen.
And one of the ones that's still here is
Mikey, who turned 17 on Saturday.
he's our kitty in the
Wow.
house. He's a black cat, and he licks
Wow.
everybody's hair.
Oh, he's
our dog.
the groomer for
He
everybody.
has the hairdresser, Jean.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So she's gonna come because I told her I was gonna be making a drink. So I want to make this drink, but we still got time. And do you want to bring Emma? Emma, no. Did you bring any of the pets? Let's see. We have a couple of dogs in the background. If Destiny can be in the final show, can't Emma, my Gemma?
Well, of course.
Emma, my Gemma, who is still smaller than any of our cats. Here comes. She might be a little nervous.
There we go.
Aw.
Everybody give it up for Emma, my Gemma.
Hey, Emma. Look, Destiny, it's Emma.
Aw.
Virtual rubs, virtual rubs.
Aw. I was full of heartworms when COVID came out, and Arden and Julie adopted me, worked with our veterinarian, saved our life. There's Kona, Safety Dog Kona.
No.
Get them all.
Lona peeking up like.
Yeah.
Aw.
And so she just finished her Canine Good Citizen, and she's on her way to become a therapy dog to be with kids reading at libraries with probably some books written by Pam Johnson-Bennett and Dusty Rainbolt. What do you think?
Yeah,
Wow,
exactly.
that's
So
so
she is the smallest dog either of us ever had.
so
Our last
cute.
dog was 90 pounds. So I'm like, what?
Small dogs
Like
rule.
super cute.
So anyway, so let me, as she holds her, you can let her walk around. Are you guys ready for a cocktail?
Yes,
Let's have a
ma'am.
drink.
All
I
right.
feel like I need
It's
to get a
5
kitty.
o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, you got to get a drink, Sterling. Here we
I
go.
gotta get a drink and a kitty.
And a kitty. Get a kitty, man. Do you have any kitty to show? We want to see them. Okay, this drink is called the Japanese Bobtail Delight because I want to jazz up sake with this fruity cocktail. Because I am making this for 2, I'm doubling everything. Hang on, Casey. Come here. Casey's jealous. So the first thing you want to do is do, for 2 glasses, you're going to do 4 ounces of sake. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 ounce, 2, 3, 4, 2 ounce, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 ounce. And okay. Next, oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. And then the next thing you want to do is a 1/2 ounce of Cointreau, which is an orange liqueur. You can step it up and do Grand Marnier, or you can step it down and do triple sec. I'm going in the middle. So that's normally, what's that?
Is that Rusty trying to help?
No, it's Casey. Where's Rusty?
Oh.
Rusty.
All I saw was the nose peeking.
Yeah, so he's waiting for the whipped cream, which I think we forgot. Sorry. So we're going to do 1 ounce. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm feeling generous. And then we're going to do 2 ounces of cranberry juice. Hi, Kona. Yeah, all our cats and dogs get along here. They're a team.
And they all sit there in Arden's little den, which is not that big, but
It's Ard's den.
they get along very well.
Yeah, I want to make sure everybody feels safe in my house, so they do. Then we're going to do about 4 dashes of orange bitter. 1 shot is really, really potent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is Uncle. Where's Uncle Sterling? There's Rusty, and your cat's all grown up. Who's your kitty?
Look how big Alanis is now.
Yeah.
Oh my
Alanis
God.
new set is huge.
Then we're gonna put some lime juice in it. We've already put ice in the shaker. What did I do with my topper? Uh-oh, there it is. And Casey thinks there's whipped cream and we forgot it, so sorry. All right. Casey is my bartender's helper. And I hope he doesn't spill this. Oh, here comes Rusty. It's mayhem, I tell you, mayhem. And
Rusty was so food motivated.
he still is.
Raining cats and dogs.
Hang on.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a pretty drink.
Oh,
Wow.
I think y'all planned all of this. The matching shirts, the matching drinks.
I
That's
know.
your shirt, Trapking.
And we've been together for almost married 5 years. So there you go. So everybody, if you would, please, let's raise a glass and let us toast to all cats, purebreds, who knows your background, community cats, you name it. They all make us better humans. Cheers, kitties.
Cheers.
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 What do you think?
Mm.
Uh-oh. Did you make it? Oh, it's like she reluctantly has to sample my concoctions. It's a hard job. But someone
Oh,
had to do it.
darn.
So, Trapking, Sterling Davis, you and I met sort of like, I think when we got Rusty adopted right before COVID. I have to say, man, I really salute everything that you're doing, and you have to keep evolving. Do you want to tell people, I know you're going to Texas, but what do you think about the last 2 years in your life where everybody's, wondering about COVID? You just kept going.
Thank you. And I've had some sad times. So staying busy has actually helped me, like to stay busy when you go through hard times, at least for me, to keep working. The last 2 years, like since we met and I was like, you adopted Rusty, it's been so much that's happened since then. Like I have been going.
I love him. He is a love bug.
Rusty is so big. I can remember trying to stop Rusty from stealing food.
Oh, we have
stealing
to
food from the other kitties.
We have to feed him first in the bathroom and shut the door, and then we can insanely get the other bowls out for everybody else because he does no.
Yep, I can believe it. At the Meowy Manor, it would be him and my cat Bowie that would always slip through the door and just try to go steal all the other cats' food. And I'm like, okay, Rusty and Bowie have to eat over here because they're gonna take everybody's food.
Yes,
and look how big he is. He was so little back then.
Didn't he used to like to curl up in your beard?
Yeah, I used to hold Rusty in my beard. My beard was bigger and he was smaller.
And Julie, tell us the story when I called you from the conference saying that I think we're bringing home a cat. What did you say?
And I get to plant my trees.
So everybody won.
Rusty was
And I got a
definitely
godson.
Yes, if it wasn't for Dusty both being my friend, also on the same return flight, think of coincidence, because you can't bring two cats on a plane in a cat carrier together, especially Casey, the star, who's like, who's this punk kitten you're bringing home? I could not put them in a same carrier. That would be dumb. So what did you do, Dusty?
Well, we put him in the carrier and bought a ticket and walked him through security. It was great.
Yeah, it was really
He was
fun.
so good. But I tell you what, be a little harder now. He weighs so much more. What
Well,
a big boy.
he's actually, I wish I had his figure. He's in good shape. He's only about a 10-pound, maybe 9-pound cat.
Well, life looks pretty good there for him. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So he likes it because he has activities. We have a patio, not a catio, because we have dogs and cats. And we have,
That's good.
yeah. And so we wanted to give him love, and he likes to do tricks, right? I don't think he's really up for the, I'm going to spend, 4.5 hours with the pet first aid class demo. Casey's the one that likes to do that. So I try to go to what their powers are, their talents. And he has the sweetest wink. You just know. Which reminds me, I know I'm shamelessly going to promote this real quick. Dog TV, Becky LaBeach contacted us and said, Arden, would you do a series of cat videos for Dog TV? Like, okay. And they're airing now on my Facebook, on dogtv.com. And there's 9 of them, 90 seconds. The film crew came to my house. They shot it in the kitchen, the patio, Ard's den, which is my backyard office, outside. I had 5 dogs and 3 cats.
Wow, you was you was working with all of them?
Yes, I
Wow.
was.
we just shared that from the Trapking page actually.
Oh, thank you.
For what
Thank
you're
you.
doing from Dog
Yeah,
TV.
those are very well done.
So I've been
very
airing one a
educational.
week, one a day. So there's 6 more to come. So I hope you guys will do that. But before we go, I want to go around the room. Yeah, my radio show. Duh. Hey, Trapking. You and Mary were a guest, and Kathy's going to be a guest, and Pam is going to be a guest, and Dusty and Teresa, we're going to schedule you. But this was a big deal. This is with talk radio. This is the big boys, and it is going every week, coast to coast, satellite, internet, and YouTube. So humbly, if you just get people to go to 4-Legged Life, it'll take them right to the show, if you all would do that.
well deserved too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously, Arden, seriously,
So-
that is well deserved.
She is very quiet, but funny as crap. I love her. I love you. So are you glad that you finally made an appearance on the Meowy Hour?
Yes, I'm so glad. And
This is her second appearance.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah. You were a quick one on a Thanksgiving one.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
But you have
Christmas.
to be part of this.
Thanksgiving to Christmas, I can't remember.
So Julie, I finally have Wednesdays off. After
She
2
looks thrilled.
I'm already watching my show now.
Yeah, she likes the scary stuff. What is it you're watching?
I like Walking Dead. Yeah.
Oh.
I can't do it. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Hey, I want to just go around the room real quick and just graciously thank each and every one of you for being part of Meowy Hour and for your continued work into upping the lives of all cats. First up, Mary Tan, Whisker Media. I love these things. I love my shirt. I hope we get to see each other soon again. You have a parting message you want to give everybody?
Just love your cats. Hug them close. Keep them tight.
Sounds good. And we have the pet lady, Dana Humphrey. We've been friends for almost 20 years. I've seen you grow professionally, spiritually. You are a major force in all good ways. And anything you want to say to everybody on Meowy Hour?
Arden. Yeah, congrats on your new show. Go national.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Thank you. Pam Johnson-Bennett. I mean, we're serious. You want to know about cat behavior? She is one of the renowned experts. She's with Cat Behavior Associates, number of books, always good. We team up together sometimes with Community Cat Podcast and do some cat and kitten behavior conferences together. So what message would you like to give?
Never give up on your cats. Since I love behavior so much, you know, we all love our cats, but we put up with behaviors that we don't like, and then we end up punishing the cats for it. Please learn why the cat is doing the behavior so you can improve their lives.
I appreciate that. And we're going to be a couple minutes over, so don't get on the clock, Kathy. So just hang on. Dusty Rainbolt, the talented person for fiction and nonfiction. We met years ago when I was the editor of Catnip through Tufts University, and you were doing product reviews. I moved to Texas about 6-7 years ago, and you and your wonderful husband, Weems, welcomed me from California. And I want to tell you, thank you. What's your message to the cat world?
Well, Mary Tan took mine.
Oh,
but do love your cats. They're wonderful and they're challenging and they challenge us. And they're just, there we go. They're wonderful to have around, and learn why they do what they do. Read Pam's books, read my books, and, just fulfill each other's lives.
all right.
Hug 'em.
And we have the multi-talented all breed and cat talk editor, Teresa Keiger, who has one of the best wits I've ever met. What's your message?
Love your cats because you never know where their adventures will lead you. I can honestly say my journey in CFA started when we bought a pet Russian blue and showed it, and that was 30 years ago. And I would like to thank all of our guests and you and Kathy. The last couple of years have just been a really enriching experience. I feel like I've grown a lot, and I've loved working with both of you. I'm going to miss this. We got to come up with a good reason.
Well, we can have special Meowy Hour shows, so they got.
That's right. That's right.
And then we have, of course, my good pal, Sterling. Sterling, I play the glockenspiel. I can't strum a guitar, but you're making music and harmonizing for good cats in need. You want to have a shout out?
Listen, I just want to say, Arden, I love you. You have been awesome since I've known you. Everybody on here is amazing ladies like y'all that trained me and made me what I am. So I love all of you. And I want to give a special shout out, love, everything to the late Paula Gregg.
Yes, the Cat Writers Association president. Yes.
We lost a great one, so I want to show her some love too. And I love all of y'all and love your kitties.
All right. And I can't say goodbye yet without Kathy Black, my pal. You have been so there for me through all these shows. And Destiny, you've given me such good counsel, Destiny. You're the best. You're the doggone best. What's your thoughts of this ride?
Well, I think first of all, I want to thank CFA and Teresa and Desiree for coming up with this idea. I think it really was needed at the time. Like I said earlier, I think it's just been far greater than what we first imagined it to be. Because of your expertise, bringing in all the different guests that we've had. It really has built a lot of bridges. I hope that we could continue building those bridges, because it's just going to better all cats. And the more that the pedigree world learns about the rescue world and the rescue world learns about the pedigree world, it'll all just be about the cats and doing everything we can to improve the lives of the cats that benefit and enhance our lives every day. And so that's my main thought is I think this program has done that, and I'm very thankful to have been part of it. I'll miss it too, just like all our good loyal followers will miss it. But I think it's really been a great program, and it's really been very enriching for everyone that's tuned in and followed it.
Well, I love you all. I love all cats, and I love all that we're doing in many, many ways to make this a better, more perfect planet. So I can't say it till next time, but everybody raise a glass Meowy Hour has had a 2-year run, and let's keep going with all our efforts to help all cats everywhere. I love you all. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Cheers.
Love you too, sweetie.
Cheers,
Love
Kitty.
you,
Cheers to you, Arden.
Cheers.
Love you,
Cheers.
And thank you for everything you do.
All right. Pause up.
Pause up.
Arden.